Hey guys, Terrence Hutchinson here. Just want to come in and demonstrate a few chair exercises. This is my audition for the position, and I just want to demonstrate some quick exercises that you can do right in the comforts of a chair for seniors. Okay, so the first one is everything is going to be 30 seconds on, 10 to 20 seconds off, but I'm going to run through a couple exercises. I'm not going to do the whole 30 seconds so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. Okay, the first one, we're going to come here and we're just going to do a oblique bend. Side to side, not forward. Spin as far as you can. Center, back. Okay, second exercise. Now we're going to do a sitting bicycle crunch. Tap. Perfect for anybody who suffers from lower back pain, knee, hip, things of that nature. All right. Now we're going to go the other way. Tap. Slow and steady. Good. Third one, I'm going to do a toe tap. We can come up, pop. Get a good tap. Now you can do these two ways. You can do the single leg or you can alternate. Boop. Okay, now you can do marching in place. Just sit up, bring your knees up to the chest, and tap. Crunch as you go. Working the abs, obviously. Working the hip, spring it up, and tap. And this one is going to be lean forward and reach up and back down. You can feel the abdominals and the core open up a little bit. Up, back down. Real simple and effective. Squeeze. Once again, 30 seconds on, 10 to 20 seconds off for mass quick results. Now the one I want to do is a shoulder press, but we're going to come from side to side. Just reach all the way up. My phone is ringing, so keep going. And touch. Touch. All right, next one. Off the edge of the chair, we're going to do a row. Sometimes we have like 5-pound weights or a band. If you use a band, we can hook it up on our feet. If it's dumbbell, we just come, we pull. Now you want to squeeze the upper back. Squeeze. Just like that. 30 seconds on, or 15 reps. Squeeze. Awesome. Now, this exercise, I like to do a sitting bicep curl. But instead of using weights, we're going to use our leg. So what we do, we hook our hand underneath that hamstring muscle, and we're going to pull ourselves up. Right? So you can see my bicep is activated. So we pull. So we want to do 3 sets of 15 on each side. So you get that core in, but we're working on the bicep. All right, next one, we're going to work on the triceps. Now, for a lot of people, if you cannot do it, we just come and we dip down. So work the tricep muscle. So we come right back here. Okay? Now, if we're doing weights, if we have some free weights, dumbbells, we'll do bicep curls. Or then we do a kickback that way. Understand? Now, I like to do something to protect joint health as far as shoulder our hips, elbow, wrist, and everything like that. Because as we get older, we have to protect our joint as much as we possibly can, right? So I like to do the work on the wrist joint because the wrist joint has so many small bones and ligaments and tendons in there. And if the wrist gives out or we get carpal tunnel, some type of fracture, everything like that, our quality of life, our quality of living becomes a little diminished, right? So just picking things up, brushing our teeth and eating and combing our hair, all those things, sometimes it becomes a little bit of a noise when our wrist is pretty much, even typing on the keyboard, right? So we want to make sure that we're protecting our health. And I like to do these demonstrations for our wrist health. I call this one the Wendy Williams. How you doing? Coming up and back down. How you doing? So we're doing these. We're doing motorcycles. Vroom, vroom, vroom. These exercises going to really tighten up the wrist. Vroom, vroom, vroom. We're going to do that. We're going to do circles. 15 inner, 15 outer, right? And then also, we're going to do, no, sir. Yeah, I got to call these no, sir. So we do no, sir. Tighten that up, tighten the wrist up, okay? So a lot of times, seniors are suffering from, not just seniors, anybody suffer from joint pain, from the wrist, or carpal tunnel, or sprain, or fracture, or maybe rheumatoid arthritis. We want to make sure that we focus on doing those exercises. Contrary to people may think, when arthritis happens, a lot of times they don't want to work those joints, but it's imperative that we do that. So in the height of them taking the pain relief medication or for the arthritis, right in the height of that, within 20 minutes after everything kick in, that's when you should be doing it. So for the shoulders, we'll come out, sometimes we do big circles, 25 at a time, and then we'll do big circles in reverse, and then we do minis. Then we do minis that way. A lot of times we come in, we come up, we spread our wings back under, work the wrists, right? Work the shoulders, excuse me. Now, when we talk about the elbows, we'll come up. It's like you're waving in the airplane. You bring in the airplane. So we coming in, we wave it in. Only two things the elbow joint can do: extend and flex. So if you're having problems with that, that really can interrupt your quality of life, okay? So we want to make sure that we focus slow and steady, that we're focusing on our elbow joint, okay? So we're doing wrist, elbow, we did shoulders. Okay, next one we're going to do knee. Okay, so knee, pretty much we're going to do flexion, right? 25 at a time. Coming back, 25 at a time. And then now we're going to work the dorsiflexion, which is our ankle joint. So we come down, up, down. Make sure you bring your toes up to your chest, back down to the floor. So you can stretch out that calf muscle as well. We do circles, and then we do rotations, right? To really strengthen up the dorsi, or the flexion of the ankle, and then you go the other way as well. Okay, so the next one, we do standing squats, and we sit back down. We'll come up, tap, come back up again. Now, for a lot of people, this could be challenging. It's okay. So if it is, we do another one called pulsating squats, right? So we just put our feet out this way, and we just pulse lightly like this. We're not coming into a full squat, but we're pulsating lightly so we can activate the adductors, really get the IT band here. Make sure your toes are out this way so you can activate, right? And we're getting the glutes as well, okay? So now, when we're talking about the hip again, we can turn around. You can turn on your chair. Sometimes the way how you position, and you just can come out this way and really activate that hip, or we come on the side and really go that way. Okay, so we're working on that hip, shoulders, elbows, knees, ankles, and wrists. Okay, another thing, because with this age of technology right now, we're constantly on our phones or we're constantly on the computer. So we have that anterior pelvic tilt going on as we're working. So we want to make sure that we get that posterior tilt. So we want to stretch out the back of the spine or the back of the cervical spine, which is the back of the neck or the neck spine, right? So what we do is we roll our shoulder back and then we bring our chin to our chest like this. So this is going to open up the cervical spine to really release some of that tension and pressure in the back of the neck, because we're constantly on our phone like that. Always grab our 2 fingers and we just press in this way and open that, right? Now the next exercise for that neck, we can just come here, gently pull and hold for 20 to 25 seconds, 3 times on each side. Then we go that way, right? So we don't want to go round and round. You can potentially put yourself at an injury block. So we want to don't do that. Okay. So yeah. And there's so many more exercises that we can do with body weight or with weight bands, so on and so forth. So yeah, I hope this does qualify. There's so many more things that we can do, stretching, all that stuff like that. Really get everything pliable. Yeah, so I'm Terrence Hutchinson. I'm applying for the position with you guys, and I hope this do. And any more questions, I'll be glad to do it. Okay, we thank you, and I appreciate the opportunity.